Last night at Madison Square Garden, the Cavaliers took on the New York Knicks in the second of their 4-game season series. The third game will be February 4th, 2017 at Madison Square Garden. The fourth and final regular season meeting will be February 23rd, 2017 at Quicken Loans Arena. The reason I say final regular season meeting is because these two teams could potentially meet up in the playoffs. Maybe. Before we get into the post-game show for last night's game, let's first take a look at their first meeting. Their first meeting was in Cleveland on opening night when the Cavaliers got their rings after winning the NBA championship by coming back from a 3-1 deficit against the 73-win Golden State Warriors to win the NBA championship. Sorry about that. Cleveland led after the first quarter 28-18. Cavaliers led at halftime the game was tied at halftime 48-48. Cleveland led 82-64 after the third quarter, and ultimately Cleveland got the win 117-88. Carmelo Anthony was the top New York Knick with 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. He made 1 3-pointer out of 4 attempted. Kyrie Irving was the top Cleveland Cavalier with 29 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. He made 4 3-pointers out of 7 attempted. Now, on to their second meeting last night at Madison Square Garden. Cleveland led after the first quarter 36-26. Derrick Rose did not play for the Knicks, so that meant Brandon Jennings was the starting point guard. Jennings had 4 points at the end of the first quarter for the Knicks. Kristaps Porzingis had 5 points at the end of the first quarter for New York. Carmelo Anthony had 4 points at the end of the first quarter for New York. Kyrie Irving had 9 points at the end of the first quarter for the Cavaliers. Kevin Love had 16 points at the end of the first for Cleveland. And LeBron James had 8 points at the end of the first. Cleveland led at halftime 63-48. Brandon Jennings had 10 points at halftime for New York. Porzingis had 12 points at halftime. Carmelo was still stuck on 4 points at halftime for New York. Kyrie Irving had 12 points at halftime for Cleveland. Kevin Love still had 16 points at halftime. And LeBron James had 19 points at halftime. After the third quarter, Cleveland was still in front, leading 92-65. Brandon Jennings had 13 points. Kristaps Porzingis had 12 points, and Carmelo Anthony had 8 points at the end of the third quarter. He wouldn't score after 8 points. Kyrie Irving had 23 points at the end of the third. Kevin Love had 21, and LeBron had 25 at the end of the third. Ultimately, Cleveland got the win 126-94 to go up 2-0 in the season series against the Knicks. Brandon Jennings finished with 16 points and 3 assists. Porzingis finished with 12 points and 3 rebounds. Carmelo Anthony finished with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Kyrie Irving finished with 28 points and 6 assists. Kevin Love finished with 21 points and 4 rebounds. LeBron James finished with 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Thank you guys for watching today's Cavaliers post-game show. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button as well as that subscribe button. If you have any suggestions for future shows, or there's something you think I missed, leave a comment in the comment section below. I will be back with the next Cavaliers post-game show on Saturday, December 10th, after their game against the Miami Heat on Friday, December 9th. In addition to a post-game show for the Miami game, There will also be a game preview for the Cavaliers game Saturday, December 10th, against the Charlotte Hornets. This is Wine and Gold Unger, signing off.